Hi there. These comments are for Syed, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. I just listened to your pronunciation pretest, and welcome. Welcome to my course, and thank you for completing the test. And what I want to do right now is two things. Number one, I'm going to recommend some specific lessons in my course I think you should focus on in order to improve your vowel and consonant sound production. Number two, I'm going to give you an intelligibility score so you can kind of see how well or easy it is for native speakers to understand what you say. Okay, first of all, here are the lessons that you should focus on in the pronunciation, in the vowel and consonant sound part of my course. You might want to write these down. Lesson number 10, 13, 14, 16, and also lesson number 24. Now, I recommend that you go through all of the pronunciation lessons, but you want to focus more on those lessons that I just pointed out. That means you're having some trouble with the sounds in those lessons. Now, I also recommend as you go through my pronunciation videos, two things. Make sure you read with me out loud because I have captioned all the videos. This is a great way to work on your pronunciation. Number two, make sure you do all the self-study voice recordings. At the end of each lesson, you can record some pronunciation readings of sentences and paragraphs. This is also important that you begin to monitor and become more aware of your strengths and weaknesses. All right, now let's talk about your intelligibility score. Now, when you're speaking, I'd like you to try to speak with more enthusiasm. Try to raise your voice a little more, talk louder, more confidently. Work on varying your tone more than what you're doing right now. So you're speaking in a very monotone, a very low voice, so it's a little bit hard to understand you. Now, sometimes you might confuse certain words. I think you said I want a high scoring on the TOEFL when you want to say I want a high score on the TOEFL exam. So sometimes you have some minor word choice issues, but as far as I can tell though, you have pretty good control of your grammar and your vocabulary. You have some minor pronunciation issues that you need to work on right now. And one of the things you want to do when you start posting your independent and integrated speaking practice tests, try to speak with a higher volume and work on that tone, on changing your tone. I also noticed when you're doing like numbers of, for example, 15, 16, it almost sounded like you're saying 50, but you have 15, 50, 16, 60. So sometimes your word stress isn't correct on those numbers of teen. So with a number of teen, you have to put stress on the second syllable, not the first syllable. When you do numbers of 10, for example, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, you have to put the stress on the first syllable. All right, anyway, thank you very much for posting your pretest, and I look forward to hearing some of your TOEFL speaking practice test also. All right?